Hoof registering 2-0 round 1. How are the rest of the scores looking? Liz advancing 2-0, KC 2-0, Devil 2-0, Kuzia 2-0, Endel 2-1, and Dollar 2-0. That leaves Sethda Fellerin, who I believe are in our competing group. So we're going to go back and we're going to revisit them. Alright, so we're in a Dwemer Mirror. Fellerin on Ring, having used 0 charges. Mudcrab having provided a Sparksmith and a Fearless Northlander. Oh, I heard a trill and a roll. Kitty just getting comfy. Yawn. It's 5 o'clock. You mean that you know that means you get fed? Yeah, she's grabbing the food dish. The food dish is walking away. Best get down and follow it. So Fellerin's got his Necro Mercenary Captain combo. I imagine we're going to see double 2-drops ringed out here, maybe? Awkward turn 4 for Seth Dove. Double hauls in hand. Means if he can hold on, he's in a really good spot. So you take your value trades here. You can trade with that, but you're going to be needing to play a Mercenary Captain, which then trades here, but gives you that option for Necro at a later date. No real good plays, though, for Fellerin. I honestly think the Mercenary Captain might be the best he can do. If he's really wanting extra spice, he can put Gearwork Spider down first. Get 1 extra value off of it. Gearwork Spider going in field lane. Drawing can be risky if you don't find something playable. You found extra draw. That's not bad to set up a Halls. Seth of not having a good turn for next turn, but picks up an Old Salty's Assault. So runs a Midnight Burial combo for his Gearwork Spooters. Ugh. Keeps the Ice Storm, which I imagine probably best, because you're like, I don't have a way of refilling the board, and he could ring it out this turn. If I fall behind, he'll never see it coming. So Fellerin's side. I think he's pretty locked into a Halls play here. Grabbing the trade here, and then with your buffed abilities, grabbing that trade and the value trade on this one. Then you can put your guard down here to eat that crab. So we're going to see an answer with another Halls. Then trading the 3 in. Putting the other Dwarven Spider down to oppose over here. Or do you think you can race? 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16? If you play it here, you're looking at exact lethal. I don't see anything Fellerin can do about it, short of hitting a Prophecy. It's a bit of a risk. How many Gearworks have we seen? We've seen 1 Gearwork already. That makes it less risky. He can't buff this up to 5 to get Oppressor value. But I guess he could play Reflective, which becomes a 5, and then play Oppressor. Shackle the 5-3. Punch for 3 then puts him at 14. You're then set... threatening 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're only 2 away from lethal. Fervor gives you lethal next turn. That's my call. Reflective, Oppressor. Face. Well, in order. Face, then Reflective, Oppressor. I'm not sure Fellerin sees it. But he is pulling Steam Constructor, so he's going wide. 6, 7. Alright, he's rolling. The die is cast, the first step taken. Well, he's thinking about it. What are we looking at? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 2 over lethal. Again, barring a prophecy. Same deal, 1 Gearwork Spider used. Though, there is a guard he'll be able to put down. So that's going to put him 1 under lethal. 2 under lethal. That's a little risky. 7, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, you had lethal. You had lethal. You equipped Dawnbreaker onto the, crab. Hit face, crushing blow. It doesn't matter if you hit a guard. Ugh. Alright, so let's think of this from Felleran's side. We've seen a series of misplays, one from each side. Felleran not getting the lock, allowing Seth Dove for lethal, and then Seth Dove failing to see said lethal and missing the attack.
I'll rip them into shape.
Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, 3 off of lethal. So yeah, you play the crab to give yourself exact lethal. That's a really good pull. What'd you shuffle in?
Read my lips.
Grab the Necro.
Come, do my bidding.
Alright. In terms of buffs, 2 creatures are not going to be able to attack. So 10. 11, 12, 5 off of lethal. We could attack, play a spirit, squish the spirit, but that's going to get us a max of 3. We're 2 off of lethal. Yagrum doesn't pull us back away of getting past creatures. So it's Mudcrab and Prey time? I'm trying to find the other thing that Seth Dove Midnight Burialed, or he just fired it off once. He just fired it off once. I wasn't paying that close attention. I got distracted by a feasting Farkas. He's off camera feasting.
Talking Mudcrab merchant. Read my lips.
He could play Nogleave. To block down this lane here. That does not get him past lethal because of Dawnbreaker on here. But I can see from Felleran's side, he's saying if he already had Dawnbreaker, he had lethal before. So he probably doesn't have it. Alright, so 5-2 Dawnbreaker face. Or 5-2 Dynamo face. Or 5-2 Halls face. Or 5-2 face crushing blow face. Alright, Seth Dove got it. Alright, that's gonna finish them up. Let's go back to the bracket. Remaining matches. Seth Dove, Felleran. I'm assuming they're likely done. Then Harvester, NRO. I think NRO had to step away, so that might be a dead match. Yeah, it's a dead match. Alright. So we're just waiting on Seth Dove, Felleran to report their score. Or, for them to be done. So our standings setting up. TMO, given that he had the highest win rate percentage going in, he's still sitting second with tiebreak. If Poofed can get beaten by his opponent, the fact that TMO has such a high rating means he might be able to force his way in. Poofed, this is really do or die though. He wasn't here for our previous tournaments. So he doesn't have a point qualification available to him. He needs this to get in. So I'd expect we're going to see Poofed hopefully push as hard as he can, whereas TMO's just like, come on, my points are good, I'm likely to get in anyway. me see if while we're... Are they done? They might be done. Let me see what our point spread is currently. So TMO's currently sitting in the final spot, but he's currently ahead of all of his other competitors and anyone who's behind him. So I think these four, or at least TMO, is likely going to be guaranteed a spot in. Did he just disappear? He just disappeared on me. Alright, let's get the score versus Sethdove. He won 2-1. Alright, let's get that score reported. And with that, we are going to be moving into our final round. So where is he? Poof just needs to get over Kuzia. If he can beat Kuzia, clean sailing in. He'll have shown up for one tournament, and he'll have advanced after one tournament. TMO is now going to be versus Sethdove and needs to get the win, but both of them are people who are up there on points, and so are likely to advance anyhow. So their game likely, I mean, if one of them is able to win this tournament, that's going to allow the next point person in. So let's pull up those points and kind of think through everything that rides here. So Devil's hope for the tournament and advancing hinges upon, well, Fellerin's going to get points and pass him. So it's probably Fellerin. And if Fellerin's going to play in the finals, what he needs is he needs Poofed to win. Or sorry, Poofed to lose. And then he needs that one of them to win on tiebreak. Because then they will advance. Fellerin is currently the point leader of these individuals. I don't believe Harvester's going to pass him, as Harvester's already down 2. Mr. Death might have a chance. I don't know where he stands. So actually, right there, the winner of this, if Poofed loses, and one of these two takes the tournament, the winner of this match is likely going to be the points individual advancing into the finals. So those are our two matches we're going to watch. Obviously, they might be done before, but I doubt it. Fellerin's got some slower lists, as does Mr. Death. But so let's go ahead and focus on Poofed and Kuzia, because we have yet to see Kuzia play. So the first one we're looking at, it's a Control Tribunal. Control Tribunal won our first Masters Series tournament, and it appears that it's come back. Overall, I think it's a very competent deck. The Ice Storm is very good at dealing with the Dwemmers. What's deck 2? Dominion. Very, very similar. But I saw it. It's running Unite. This is going to be the first Unite we've seen. I'm looking for guaranteed triggers, and I don't see any way of guaranteed pulling a purple. Oh, there it is. Blackworm Neophyte. So it'll be interesting if we see that, running Immolating and Ice Storm to try to counter the wide boards. Then the final one, a Goblin Scout. It's Goblin Scout. Nothing abnormal to see here. So Poofed decks. I've been giving him grief about having answers to control in his lists. And maybe I've been wrong to do so. I think the control decks are going to have the most issue with the Sorcerer, so I expect Sorcerer to be the ban. How much Drain is in here? Got the Drain here, the Drain here. Ice Storms, but at least it's not running Immolating? The 2-drops are pretty hefty, including Skinned Hound, which is a universally hated card among aggro. Defensive Bruma. Whose decks are we looking at? Yeah, we're looking at the ban over here. This is more of a big boys mid-range, but we don't have an answer to a Hive Defender. I do want to say I think Kuzia is favored here, because there's no good ban. You're leaving the Goblin Scout, because you're not going to get cards off of this. You might get cards off of this one. Even then, not likely. This runs natively more Drain than the other one, so I think maybe you ban that. And our two bans are the Sorcerer and the Dominion, leaving the opponents with Dominion Spellsword and Scout Tribunal. I think that's what it's going to be. Bans are in Dominion Tribunal, So we expected the Sork to get banned, but it wasn't. And then we expected the Dominion to get banned. He opted for the Tribunal. Best of luck to our opponents. Let me find Poof to make sure I've got Kuzia. Kuzia could be offline or it could just be bugged, but I'm just going to send it anyway. I can see that TMO's already gotten fired up. I'm looking forward to our Masters lineup. The people that we've got already advanced in are... Excuse me? I was pulling this up. People we've already got advanced in. Moximaldi, Deep Blue, Phoenix. And then our likely qualifiers, Septov, Aquaman, Kuzia, TMO. There's a little finicking about who exactly is going to end up getting in, but... Now Poofed is gone. Dang it, Poofed! You poofed! Alright, he's back online. I saw him come right back online. Alright, we've got Kuzia added now. So they should be getting in relatively soon. Theoretically. In the esoteric concept of time, they are starting soon. But let's talk a little bit about who we've got. So, who we've got on this side. I'm going to need to confirm, but Jelly and I have talked about her being our co-host for the finals. And I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm trying to get us a third co-host. But we're in-game, so more on that later. Alright, Scout versus Crowbots.
Bright moons light your path.
Alright, as they need to find a 1-drop if you're gonna fight this. Kuzia needs to find a 2-drop. Opening on 3. I mean, he can ring that out, so it's not the worst. Worm King is too late. Apparently not. So do you trade? Or do you face? Let your opponent trade? I'm gonna use Sphere to lock that down, prevent the curse draw. For at least 1 turn. Goblins are probably favored in this matchup. He's doing the face thing that he needs to be doing. It's all gonna come down to whether or not he can find hulls on curve. Doing his best. Skirmisher coming down. I'm telling you, this is going to hit a Cliff Racer. Alright, Old Salty's Assault isn't bad. So carry on, carry fate. That's trading. Opts to go for the board reset. Crushing Blow, Spider Worker. Enraged Mud Crab. Start seeing those curses come down for control. Yagram got anything good? A Mechanical Ally? That leaves you Old Salty's Sphere for next turn. Is the card draw or the destroy worth it? I think I agree. Pulling the card draw, which you could play this turn. Farkas has returned to the cat tree to witness this enjoyably epic moment. Curses for everyone. You could a curse. You get weakened, and then you get cursed. Looks like he's thinking of Yagraming, but switch to Dwarven Sphere, then playing out the gearwork. No, he's setting up for Halls, should he happen to draw it. As Kuzia, you're actually terrified he might have it. So you've got to take everything in your power to clear as many Dwemer off the board as possible. Don't know if Bloody Hand Chef... I guess you could still play Cliff Facer.
Welcome, child. May Akatosh keep you ever close.
Alright, takes the +6/+6. Didn't find Halls. Goes ahead and takes some trades. I'd imagine clearing the curse. And then a 5th Legion. And you want this guy over here. Have him hit that, put the guard over here, and set up a trade. Nope, we're going Mechanical Ally. We're going to find this Halls. Should have put that down first. So he did miss out on one attack on Yagram. There's the Halls. So this has to go face. Whew. Buffed Murkwater Witch. Not bad to get a 6/6 guard with that ability. And he can kill a Dwemer with it. Or a more powerful Dwemer if he combos it with his curse in hand. What else do we have? 7. So Cliff Racer. Trade. Cliff Racer. Your ping remove. All that's left is this and the 5th Legion Trainer. If you're feeling really spicy, you can Cliff Racer this down and then double curse that. Looks like we're in the mood for some extra spice.
I am the chosen of Akatosh. You are.
Alrighty. So Halls and Gearwork. Gearwork pulls one other Gearwork. If he had had the one extra buff, he'd have the trade here. So that misplay is coming back to haunt him. Though that prophecy ultimately means it made no difference. What are you on? Destroy a creature? Well, you can already trade with everything here. You kind of want that on draw 2 to try to find some of your late game. If you do want to push for damage, you push for damage first. That way he has a chance to hit a Prophecy Gearwork and get it out of his system before the other two are dead. Looks like he's thinking about using a Cursed Leaf Lurker to kill this so he doesn't have to trade in the Cliff Facer. That allows him to push 10, 16, 17, 18. Wait. I mean, same thing. Different way of doing it. Alright, so Worm's King Agent clears the big gobbo.
You've not seen my like.
And puts a guard in the lane. Then drops Ankle Snapper. Gray Fox. Edict. Clear the halls. I am being nuzzled by an orange kitty. Hello, nuzzle kitty.
Just forget about C.
I mean, halls isn't super useful, so if you're gonna grab Edict, maybe you clear the Worm's King Agent.
It has been an engaging hunt. This one is embarrassed.
Double halls pull, and nothing to trigger it on.
Nicely done.
Did it come up here? Does not look like the misplay ended up making any difference. You're on Destroy a Creature. It's not over. There's 2 more Crushing Blows in deck, if I recall correctly. No, there's only 1 more in deck. Alright, just pull Encano. Crab into Encano. Alright, hear me out. Keep Flesh Sculpture. Because you don't have any other way of finding lethal. He did not agree. There's the 1 of Crushing Blow. 7, 8, 15, 19, 20, 21. Exact lethal on board. Not to say anything for the 4. He needs to hit a Prophecy Gearwork Spider. That keeps him alive, I think. Because Bitterfish can clear 1, but not both. Bitterfish clears 1. Cliff Racer could clear the other, but then you're 2 away from lethal. I think Poof's going to carry this on that Prophecy. And then having 2 creatures in the lane, I was wrong. Don't grab Flesh Sculpture, because he needed 2 creatures in the lane. Otherwise, he just goes face here, Bitterfishes. Well, still wouldn't have cleared everything. Alright. Can't play it. Useless. Woo! Poofed. Getting what he needs. Mudcrab Merchant. Face for lethal. Oh, don't be Poofed. Don't be that guy. I mean, you could have played Ankle Snapper. That actually would have been better. Regardless, Poofed is going to take a match that I did not think he was going to win. Oh, fudge. Why'd it switch over? We lost the end of that match. Oh, I'm so sorry. Streamlabs bugged out, and it moved me back to the starting screen. And now Alert Box is back turned on? Oh, Streamlabs. It had some... Oh, man. I apologize. We're going to lose some footage there. They're going to be getting into Game 2, though. What happened? So let me give you guys a little bit of background. I have an auto reconnect for when we have an F that takes stream down. But that reboots Streamlabs, and that can throw Streamlabs into another setup. And apparently that's what happened for that previous game. We had some dropped frames, so it restarted, got Streamlabs up and running properly, so we didn't have an F. But it threw us back over to the starting screen. Alright, so this is the Unite Dominion.
I strike like the Morag tongue, swiftly and silently.
Has the Ice Storm, as hoped for. Bump, face, Gearwork Spider. Oh, you don't want to use an Edict there, do you? What are you going to answer Hive Defender with?
You fight well.
Chimeric spirit of the sky, guide us!
This one will shred your heart.
Just forget about seeing. Everything else.
Just going to pull his Gearwork Spider or his Edict? His Edict makes sense.
Read my lips.
You're never sacrificing creatures, so the hard removal is going to be useful. We're going to see an Ice Storm answer this board. Generate a creature off the Balmora Spymaster. Chooses to Immolating Blast instead.
Nicely done.
I thank you.
He's Unite. You don't give him red. You just gave Unite red.
I thank you.
Yeah, you would thank him. You're Unite, and he just gave you red.
Black Hand sees all.
I mean, if you're getting Fleeting Apparition, get Eager Torturer on the board first. Grab the Highlander Lurcher. You need a 7/5 that can go face. Or you give away the 7/5. I find these decisions to be questionable.
See you later.
Greetings, citizen.
Bright moons light your path.
This is what we expected to happen. This is a really solid hand now for Kuzia. He's through one old Salty's Assault, and I mean he's used two of his controls.
This one thanks you.
Oh, you give him Conscription. Right? You don't want to give him 3 burst? Well, Conscription would pull a lot of Dwemmers and Crabs, so maybe that's right.
What have we here?
What can Khajiit do for
Yep, just plays out the Devious Bandit. Overdraws a Merchant. You were really hoping that he would overdraw his Unite.
I bark and burn. This is interesting.
Which he's digging pretty hard to get. Mage's Trick. That's card draw. Cheap yellow. Don't need cheap yellow.
Perhaps I can help.
And then buff up your 5/3. That way if he has hard removal, you're not in trouble, and you know he has hard removal. Gonna let him chew on your Hive Defender? Like it gnaw on a bone?
My power is not to be underestimated.
So you could use Dawnbreaker to trade over the Hive Defender. Crushing Blow, well you could grab Drain, use it, no, it's Crisis Begins, never mind. That needs to go though, that's Tricolor. Maybe you Edict it? If you want to save your 3 damage face. Oh, is that a Magical Dawn's Wrath? Oh, it'd be a shame if that hit this lane.
My power is not to be underestimated.
Sets Drain back up. I mean, still having a 4/5 body isn't bad. There's the 3rd Battle Reeve. Ugh. He is out of hard removal, though. That's something. Ice Storm is pretty well useless at this point. Gonna Edict the Lurcher down. So he's got the Unite, he just needs purple. There's purple. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
The Night Mother will guide us.
So you're just shy on the Magicka to pull it off, right? Or do you have it?
Power is not to be underestimated.
You don't have it. 4 damage. Even if he pulls a Halls, that's not enough.
A spy? No. I'm just an old man with a skooma problem.
8, 9, 10, 11. One shy. And Kuzia's gonna take it. Unless he can clear off... He can't clear purple. Yellow is in hand from Anasi, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is game.
Always clever. This is the secret to success.
Nothing will hold me back.
Alright, that's gonna put them 1-1. Almost clicked play, and it's like, no. You're going back and you're watching. So what's the remaining match then? Let me go check the decks again. So now it's the Sorcerer. We've not gotten to see the Sorcerer come out to play yet. I will point out, though, that's why you never give Unite red. It's the hardest thing for them to generate. And it ended up costing him the game. Nope, I don't need to talk with Broda. I'm just scrolling. Needed to click in. Alright, we're going to hit this one from Kuzia's side. The Dominion could suffer heavily versus Sorcerer because it's Ward Sorcerer. And so certain things like Channeled Storm and Viper are going to have trouble connecting.
Bright moons light your path.
Throws back... Oh, Hive Defender was your best card.
Bright
You mulliganed it.
moons light your
Only illegal if you get caught.
Though, he hasn't pulled too many wards. You're not playing until turn 3. Yeah.
No time.
Arcade Spears, this day will be mine.
Yep, nope, you gotta get on this.
Black hand sees all.
Vile canker blossom.
Alright, good, he played a Mammoth... Or, sorry, a Viper target.
Mother, dog.
He's got the reward for that. Maybe we'll just Javelin it? That's our last ring charge, though, so yeah, I think I like Kuzia's play there. Oh, he's one Magicka short of using Tavar to protect. So you double trade, reward. Drop Rayvat. Looks like he's going for Guardian. Alright, now's where you've got to split lanes. You know he runs Immolating Blast. So if you're poofed, you go face first, then you split.
Confound you.
The black hand sees all.
Alright, so you use Emmerich to clear the Spooter.
I hate this crowd. It's damned uncountable.
Nasi's not terrible.
Anasi finds it useful to use her enemy's strength against them.
He's gonna
Nicely done.
tinker his drains, just try to get something in that lane. No wounds, so just got a 2-2 out of the deal. It's enough for a trade, but it's unfortunate.
On your guard.
I'll sort you out.
My arcade spear.
He's keeping the board properly separated for an Immolating Blast. So goes for a Tinkering, copies Summon. No summons to copy. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drops his opponent to 11.
I'll sort you out.
Vile canker blossom.
I smell the stench of the living.
I do hope that troublesome knight isn't around.
Might be time to use that Immolating Blast here. Problem is you're going to end up with a +3/+3 on the other side. But you can shackle it.
thing.
Alright, Kuzia's stabilized. That was going to be the hard part versus this deck.
I sense great power.
Interesting choice. What are you pulling? Tinkering? Alright, let's do this. Let me see what burst we're looking at from Poof's deck. Two bolts and an Incano. That's not bad. That's purple. You need purple. And it summons you... Oh, you transformed Laneth. I was gonna say it summons you a Laneth. But no, it doesn't. So he's gonna hope to pull the Guildmaster. Though I think he'd be okay with Colossus as well. Dwarven Colossus. Marak's probably the lowest roll. I lied. That's basically as low a roll as Marak. Poof's like, come on.
This might be
I just want to find my, Bone Daddy. Oh, you send 4 damage face here.
this might be handy. I'm ready for you.
You're now within double bolt range.
I strike like the Moraton. Swiftly and silently.
Extra card draw. Random creature is Skaven. Red as needed.
Power is not to be underestimated.
I guess you already had red.
My power is not to be underestimated.
Mentor's Ring. There's no charge.
What have we here?
There's Bone Daddy. Needed several turns ago. No. You don't play Savior into that, I don't think. Double Ice Storm loses the red. Just going for the manual close. Copies Skaven, wipes the lane. And that's gonna give it to Kuzia. I mean, he could force these two to fight each other. So with Abner Tharn.
I will not be on the wrong side of history.
Opts not to have it battle Abner Tharn.
Watch yourself now.
Why? Why?
My power is not to be underestimated.
Classy Ice Storm victory? Oh, close enough. Because you could have cleared off 2 more damage. Sorry, 5 more damage, because that was guarded. I think Poof's going to lose that on a ending misplay. But Kuzia is going to take that 2-1. Well played to both. So what are we looking at? So here's our scores. Let me see if these two are actually playing. They're not, so let's just clean that up. Those two are still playing. But that's basically going to have us finalized here. Though anyone who beat them, the tiebreak could still be affected. So TMO is going to come in first. I don't think Poof played either of them. Let's double check. Endol or Liz Maru? Nope. Beat Dragonborn there. Sorry, I didn't see who Poof played. I saw Liz. Nope. In round 1? Nope. Alright, so Poof does not going to... Or sorry, yeah, Poof does not going to get a bonus based on how that game turns out. So TMO is going to take our victory. Poof is going to follow up extremely closely, but on a very close tiebreak, is going to take second. Kuzia, spoiler, coming in third. And so let's see what that does for our points. We're going to do this here right here, right now. Just figure out our top points. So TMO is advancing, which means that Seth Dove is going to get 9 points. Aquaman is going to net himself 6 points. Kuzia 12. TMO doesn't matter, he advances. Fellerin, 6 points. Harvester, 0 points. And then Mr. Death, 9 points. Alright, let's take a look at how that turns out. So let's go ahead and sort Z to A. Oh, I put those 9 points in Harvester. Harvester didn't have 9. Mr. Death had 9. Whoops, that's name. Icon spreadsheet. So our advances: Seth Dove, Kuzia, Aquaman, and Mr. Death. TMO advancing because he has points. So let me go ahead and just copy those names over here. And we're going to have our final lineup. Moximaldi, I Deep Blue Eye, Phoenix, Anti-Azura, TMO, Seth Dove, Kuzia, Aquaman, and Mr. Death. I'm going to finish later filling out the points for everyone, but we've already put in Fellerin. Devil didn't play, Rising didn't play, Ninjaro didn't play, and we've already got Harvester, and you can't gain enough points for that to trump Mr. Death. Liz would need to have won all of her games, less 1, and I believe she lost 2. So there, we're going to have it. That is going to be our 4th Masters Series qualifier, and it's not next week. So next Saturday is July 4th, so we're not having the tournament on July 4th. The 11th is our Masters Series finals. It'll be here. We'll have the best person in the universe present, Jelly. She will be co-casting with us, unless things may have changed to her plans that I am not aware of, but she and I have discussed her casting. And we'll see if I can get a third one. I've got a couple names that are still floating around. I'll have more details on that in the future.